Hi, this is Sean Fensky, Editor-in-Chief of Medical Product Outsourcing, and I'm here once again with Alan Grau, VP of IoT Embedded Solutions at Sectigo. How you doing today, Alan?
I'm doing well. Thanks, Sean.
So today we wanted to talk about home healthcare devices, and as you're well aware, more medical devices are moving into the homes. So we wanted to talk about hacking and the safety. Why are hackers attacking these types of devices, home healthcare and mobile healthcare devices?
Well, I think really it's fairly simple. They're attacking them because they can, and because in many cases they're fairly easy targets. I actually read something recently that the number of ransomware attacks against financial institutions has dropped sharply in the last year, whereas the number of ransomware attacks reported against hospitals, municipalities, schools, and similar organizations has actually risen pretty significantly. And the point the article was making is that in the financial world, they've really gotten serious about cybersecurity and have started to build in defenses. And those defenses actually do work. And they're the medical space really is just behind. So there's a lot of easy targets in that space that hackers are able to exploit and to exploit for financial gain.
And you talked about the different levels and what's rising, what's decreasing. How likely is it, given that aspect? How is it that a home healthcare or a mobile medical device is hacked?
Hackers are really fairly opportunistic in what they target. They'll oftentimes start out with general areas that they want to target. They may know that they're going to target hospitals because they think they've got weak security, but they'll start with fairly broad attacks. Just start scanning ranges of IP addresses, um, you know, numbers of domains. Just doing fairly generic scans, looking for weaknesses and vulnerabilities. And by the nature of the way attackers do carry out these attacks, it's very likely that a device is going to be attacked, especially if it has a public-facing IP address on it. But even devices that are within a corporate network, behind a hospital firewall, for example, are still likely to be attacked at some point because many of these networks will get breached at some point in time, and the attackers essentially will be inside the castle, kind of behind that wall, and so if you have a medical device that you're using, or an OEM has a medical device that it's building, they really do need to be serious about building cybersecurity controls into the device.
And in addition to just the cybersecurity software that people are familiar with, what other measures can those OEMs take to enhance the cybersecurity or enhance the protection?
It depends a little bit on the device. Many medical devices are running custom software and custom operating systems. They're not running, in many cases, they're not running Windows or Linux. And so if they're running a specialized operating system, then they need to pull in software solutions and security solutions that are built for those types of devices. So there are solutions for implementing secure boot, secure communication, secure firmware updates, and so on. Strong authentication that are designed for these specialized devices. So, it's important to enable those or to include those in the device during manufacturing. If the device is a standard Windows or Linux machine, running Windows or Linux, then there are other solutions that are built into the operating system or third-party solutions that can be pulled in. But it's a lot of the same security fundamentals. Ensuring you've got secure boot, ensuring you've got a firewall and intrusion detection in place, ensuring that all data in motion or all communication is encrypted, and that you're using strong authentication mechanisms. Some of the attacks that we've seen against medical devices, have exploited things like, hard-coded username and passwords or default username and passwords and other weak forms of authentication. So ensuring that you eliminate those weak forms of authentication is really critical.
All right, great. Well, if you'd like more information about the development and manufacture of medical devices, I certainly encourage you to visit MPO's website at mpomag.com. But for right now, I'd love to thank Alan Grau, VP of IoT at Embedded Solutions at Sectigo, for joining me in educating me a little bit more about cybersecurity of home healthcare and mobile devices. Thanks, Alan.
Thanks, Sean.